A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Do not fear going forward slowly. Fear only to stand still. A diamond with a flaw is worth more than a pebble without imperfections. It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances, as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. A closed mind is like a closed book, just a block of wood. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. Patience is a tree whose roots are bitter, but its fruit is sweet. The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. The best fighter is never angry. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. The palest ink is better than the best memory. If you plan for 1 year, plant rice. If you plan for 10 years, plant trees. If you plan for 100 years, educate humanity. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. A book is like a garden, carried in the pocket. When the winds of change blow, some people build walls, and others build windmills. Better to be a dog in a peaceful time than to be a human in a chaotic period. The bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists. Even the tallest tree in the forest was once a seed. Do not be afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. The frog does not drink up the pond in which it lives. Fate leads him who follows it and drags him who resists. A single conversation with a wise person is worth a month's study of books. When you have only 2 pennies left in the world, buy a loaf of bread with one and a lily with the other. A gem is not polished without rubbing, nor a man perfected without trials. Teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself. The deeper the sorrow, the closer the God. If you don't want anyone to know, don't do it. A wise man makes his own decisions. An ignorant man follows public opinion. The best mirror is an old friend. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. A day of traveling will bring a basketful of learning. It is easy to hate, and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. When you want to test the depths of a stream, don't use both feet. The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person who is doing it. If you don't want the fruit, don't shake the tree. Don't be afraid to go out on a limb. That's where the fruit is. Great souls have wills. Feeble ones have only wishes. A wise man said nothing at all. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again. Opportunity knocks at the door only once. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. To see what is right and not do it is the want of courage. A wise owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall.